Welcome guys, time for another video here. We're going to talk about another one of the ingredients that I use in my diabetes reversing or reversal drink that I drink every day. I've been going over all of the ingredients with you in individual videos, and I'm going to eventually get to a point where we'll be putting all this stuff together in the drink so you can see exactly what's in there and how it's all done. Before we go any further, let's say that although I have a medical background, this channel or this video has nothing to do with medical advice. If you need a medical advice or anything that you hear in here you want to confirm, seek the advice of your medical practitioner, your MD, your DO, your PA, or your NP, or even a nutritionist, nutritional person, or a dietitian, if you will. So let's get started. So you notice a lot of my videos, I don't tell you exactly what the video is about at the beginning because I want to give you a background of what it is we're talking about. So once we start talking about the topic itself, it makes more sense to you guys. So today's somewhat catchy title is going to be, "This Mom Can Help You Reverse Type 2 Diabetes." Yes, I said the word mom because that's part of it. So the introduction, this mom comes in two varieties, black and green. And while I'm talking about this, guys, see if you can figure out what I'm talking about. Both are suitable for management of diabetes. Let's dig deeper into this mom's benefit. So for glycemic index and carbohydrates, the total amount of carbohydrates you consume affects the blood sugar levels after eating, so it is critical to consume carbs in moderation. In general, low GI and carbohydrate diets benefit blood glucose control. And I neglected to introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mr. A1C, and this channel is about my journey and how I reverse my type 2 diabetes and how I'm hoping to help you reverse your type 2 diabetes as well. Provide some value to you guys. And I'm not selling any courses. This is all free, no strings attached. The only thing I ask you for is to like my videos, share my videos, subscribe to my channel, and comment below, because if you comment, then I know I get feedback from you and I know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and how I need to address videos moving forward, whether or not they're valuable or not to you. Okay, thank you guys. So the glycemic index of this particular item or this mom is considered 0. So that's amazing, right? So glycemic index or GI index, or GI scale, however they call it, or you like to call it, is how we as diabetics determine what is suitable or acceptable for us to eat, depending on where it lies on the scale. But this mom that we're talking about here is a little bit high in carbs, right? So it's 68.5 grams per 100 grams. So 68.5 grams of carbs per 100 grams of this substance. So guys, have you guessed what it is? This is it. Oops, this is it. I don't try to promote any brand. So again, it's another spice that has been around for thousands of years. It's been in Asian cuisine for thousands of years, and it's been used medicinally for that long as well. And it's called cardamom. People typically today, you'll see, like if you're in the Middle East or somewhere, Turkey or somewhere, they put it in their coffee. A lot of dishes in India, they put it in almost everything, including the desserts, the sweets, and stuff like that. So it has a very, it's very aromatic, and it's a warm spice. So when you take it, it makes you feel a little bit warm, almost like drinking vodka, that kind of warm. So cardamom, how does that, what does that have to do with type 2 diabetes? Well, cardamom contains phytochemicals that have anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. These antioxidants can improve your glucose transport into the cell. So the antioxidants in cardamom will help the cells accept the sugar in your blood, or the glucose. They also promote eye health and prevent diuretic neuropathic complications. So neuropathy, like when you have pain in your extremities, your fingers, the tingling in your fingers and your foot and stuff like that, that comes with later stages of diabetes. So research shows that cardamom supplements may reduce inflammation in chronic diseases like diabetes and cancer. Furthermore, one study discovered that cardamom increased antioxidant status by 90%. So, I mean, that's pretty significant, guys. It's increasing your antioxidant status by 90%. So, in an 8-week study of 80 people with prediabetes, taking 3 grams of cardamom daily significantly reduced inflammatory markers such as your C-reactive protein compared to placebo. So C-reactive protein is one of the things that they test for inflammation in the body. And if you go to the emergency room for an emergency, it's done. I mean, in the hospital, it's done. It's just something that they check for to see how your body's responding to certain things and whether there's an inflammation occurring in your body. Because inflammation causes all the other problems in the body, right? So we keep the inflammation at bay if we can. So based on the above, cardamom's antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and hypolipidemic activities might improve diabetes and reduce insulin resistance. So did you catch that? Hypolipidemic. So again, it's going back into metabolic disease, guys. Your lipids and things like that, right? So I'm talking about your blood sugar, blood pressure, blood cholesterol, excuse me, for lipids. So moreover, cardamom is high in calcium and magnesium, guys. Essential minerals for dilating blood vessels and maintaining healthy blood pressure levels. Back to the metabolic syndrome, blood pressure again. So a lot of these things, like we always mention in the videos, I mean, they have multiple effects, positive effects on the body. And with us, we're dealing with the blood sugar, we're dealing with the blood pressure, we're dealing with the cholesterol. And a lot of these things are helping with all three. So we're getting a lot of bang for our buck here. Instead of taking a pill to single out one issue, and I'll take 3 different pills, one for your blood sugar, metformin for your blood sugar, something for your blood pressure, losartan for your blood pressure or something, and for your cholesterol, Crestor for your cholesterol, if you will. Why take 3 pills if you can help it, right? So if you can approach this from a natural perspective, things that have been around for thousands of years and have success with it, why not do it? Because the problem with pills, if you don't have to take it, why take it? Because they create other issues, right? So the thing with pills is they fix one thing and something else breaks, right? Whereas we're seeing with these things, these compounds that I'm talking about in these videos, they may have side effects depending on what medication you're on or what you may have an allergic reaction or whatever. That's pretty standard. However, the benefits far outweigh the detrimental effects of the side effects that occur with taking these natural compounds. And again, anything we talk about on this channel, make sure you consult with your medical provider and they will be able to point you in the right direction. Some are better versed than others. Some are straight Western medicine. They have no clue about the stuff, and others understand a little bit. I think your DOs, rather than your MDs, understand a little bit more because they're trained a little bit more holistically. But your nurse practitioners know this stuff well as also. So, and your physician's assistants. So it just depends on their education, whether they've been able to seek, further education beyond just the Western medicine that they were taught in medical school. Because in medical school, a lot of these medical schools are funded by big pharma, and I'll just leave that there. You can figure out what that means. Okay, so one study indicated that the suppression of amylase and glucosidase enzyme, cardamom supplementation has an anti-diabetic effect and may regulate glucose metabolism. Well, that's the whole reason we're talking about it today, because I use it. All of these studies, some are anecdotal, some are well studied. The point is, you don't know what works or what doesn't work, because today they tell you it's good, tomorrow they tell you it's bad. I'm telling you what works for me and what has actually worked, because I have actually been able to reverse my type 2 diabetes and my blood sugar. It can also help lower blood pressure, a significant risk factor for heart disease. Cardamom contains a good amount of fiber, which can also benefit people with diabetes since fiber slows digestion. So you guys know with fiber, one of the things that we talked about is the psyllium fiber that I take. and how I incorporate that into my drink that I have prior to eating every meal. So here's something else with a little bit more fiber for you. And again, I just got finished working out, guys, today. So that's another way I deal with my blood sugar. You work out, you burn the blood sugar off. You let the muscles take it out of your bloodstream and work it. Um, I'll talk about my other drink because there's another drink that I have after my workout. So those of you that work out and are athletic, or I'm not athletic, I just want to work out because I need to keep the blood sugar down. I'll discuss that with you as well. So there are a couple things we can discuss. We can discuss the drink that I use to reverse my diabetes, but we'll also discuss after working out. What do you drink after working out? Because a lot of things you are supposed to drink after working out, based on the typical diet or the typical person, are higher glycemic type drinks because you need to get the sugar into your cells as soon as possible, and to replenish the glycogen in the muscles as soon as possible, and all that good stuff. So that's a whole different topic we'll talk about, but there's so much to talk about in terms of type 2 diabetes, guys. We'll eventually get to everything, and I welcome your comments and suggestions, and I'll look into a lot of those things and see if we can provide videos on those as well. So high fiber foods make people feel fuller for extended periods, which you guys already know, which can aid in the prevention of overeating. And if you overeat, you're going to watch your calories, you're going to watch your intake of bad carbohydrates, and you're going to be able to keep your blood sugar at a stable place. So in summary, cardamom has many benefits for people with diabetes due to its high fiber, antioxidants, and mineral content. However, try to consume it in moderation as it is also high in carbs. So everything we do here is moderation, and that's one of the hardest things for me to continue to do, moderation. I am not a big moderator kind of guy. I'm an all or nothing. I was raised where, my mom's like, eat everything on a plate. Nothing, starving kids and wherever, So I grew up eating everything on a plate. Now I don't do that anymore. What I do, instead of eating everything on a plate, the plate is smaller. So whatever's on the plate, whether it be a smaller plate or not, I'll eat everything on a plate, but it's a smaller portion. So there's ways around all this stuff. So again, here's the magic. Cardamom, guys. And the way I take these, towards the end, we always talk about how I do this myself. So the way I take this is I drink coffee. I know some people say coffee is good. Some people say coffee is bad. But I'm going to tell you what I do. I have it in my coffee in the mornings. I probably have a half tablespoon per day of this stuff. So some of it goes in my coffee in the morning, and the other stuff goes into my normal drink that I drink throughout the day. So it's another one of the ingredients in my drink, that I drink throughout the day. And of course, let's say a quarter tablespoon in my drink and a quarter tablespoon in my coffee. I just dust it on there. I mean, not too much. It gives it a nice flavor, nice aroma, and it's helping me at the same time. So nothing too much to think about. I don't take a teaspoon or any of that stuff. I mean, I know they talk about people taking 3 grams here with these studies and things like that, but this is what I do. My approach is a little bit combined with other ingredients helps a lot. So that way I don't have to worry about any problems with, liver function or any of that stuff. My liver enzymes out of whack or any of that stuff. So I do everything in a little bit of moderation and with caution. So I suggest that you do the same for yourselves. Let's see. Risks and side effects. There are no reported risks of using cardamom in cooking or any known adverse side effects. Using cardamom as a spice and flavor agent is safe for most people. There is no established dosage for taking cardamom as a supplement, which I just discussed. So I just kind of go with a half teaspoon per day. Many cardamom capsules or tablets list a dosage of 400 to 500 milligrams of dried herb per pill. Before taking cardamom pills or any other natural supplement, a person should talk to a healthcare professional, like we always state. So we'll do some frequently asked questions. So what does cardamom taste like? It has a strong, warm flavor, as we discussed. It's both spicy and sweet. It actually looks like cinnamon. Some people say that it has a mint or lemon taste to it. Does cardamom taste like cinnamon? Cardamom and cinnamon are warm and spicy. Some people say that cinnamon also has a slight citrus flavor. However, the flavors are different. Although many of its health benefits need further study, cardamom is safe for most people with to take in moderate amounts. Cardamon's natural phytochemicals have antioxidants and anti-inflammatory abilities that could improve health. However, it is too early to say whether this spice can treat any health conditions. So a lot of conflict and information out there, as we discussed, guys. So I'm trying to clear some of that up with you in terms of sharing my anecdotal evidence with you. And when I say anecdotal, I mean it's just me. I don't have 300 people doing it that can substantiate the things that I'm telling you. I'm just telling you what has worked for me, and hopefully it will work for you and you can help others. So please subscribe, share, comment below, and like the channel, guys. Like the videos. The more likes we get up, the more views we get up, the more people with our type 2 diabetes, with our issues, are able to see this as well in their feeds on YouTube when they're searching. If not, I'll be right at the bottom and no one's going to be able to see it. We won't be able to help anyone. So help me, help you, and help everyone else. Okay, guys, thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.